What is up? We're back playing MLB 25 Road to the Show. We got a day off. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Wish it was going to give me a plate vision, but it ain't. Durability. Alright, we'll take the +4 auto then. You know how much I like doing those stupid minigames. Ooh, Shohei Ohtani against Shota Imanaga. Ooh, that's a big matchup. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hits. Wow, they're only 2 games over 500. That's kind of crazy.
It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming at you right after the break. First and second, no outs. And now it's Mookie Betts. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And he's safe at third. And a run comes in to score. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
That one fouled off. Ohtani in his 9th season, 31 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. Tying run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Edman in position. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
That is it. The shortstop.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Right side. And that one handled. And that will end the inning. One left for LA as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. One out, bases empty.
Number 38.
All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
The Cubs trailing by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends her packing.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly
on the ground. Base hit and a run in to score.
Well done. Drives in the run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And that is out of play. This one in the air right field. Brings it in for the third out. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. New inning getting started. And now Jorge Polanco on the ground, right side. Sends it to first, and Polanco is out. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter. 0 for 3 in this one. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. To his knee, the throw. He's in there.
Come on, give me that
He
infield
did
single.
everything he could on that play with the throw from his knee, but the hustle
I don't
down
have
the
the
line
fastest
was
guy
enough
out
to
there,
earn
but
him the infield knock, and that's a
fast
great
enough
baseball
on
play
those
all
to
the
get
way
there.
around.
That's towards center. Edman in position. Squeezes it. Out. Number 2.
Now batting, the catcher, JT Real Muto.
2 outs, runner at first. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Polanco tosses to first. That's out number 3. 1 left for the Cubs. And they're still doubled up. Number 38 had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. One down. Here's Mike Tauchman. 1 out, bases empty. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Yet he beats the throw. He's safe.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tauchman drops into the glove, and that is that. Cubs lead. First and second, no outs. Here's the veteran first baseman, Luke Maile. Maile working through some struggles lately. Double play ball to second. Glove flip for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have...
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Ready now for the 5th inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mike Tauchman. On the ground right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Glass now back to work.
Come on, I knew that last at bat was on his pitches, so that's good.
His 12th of the
12th
season,
home run, solo shot. We're still down 4-1.
Well, there goes the shutout, just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start.
1 out, runner at second. And here comes Tommy Edman. And he hits a ground ball right side. On to first. And they get Edman
Upgrade
for
my
the out.
defensive stats at some point, probably. That probably wouldn't be a bad
Here
idea.
at Wrigley Field. So bottom of the 9th.
It's probably
Here's the
pretty
second
cheap. I mean,
baseman,
it
number
is. It's like
38.
one. Tanner Scott. Come on, Tanner Scott. I mean, I can't win us the game there, so.
And a foul ball. Scott, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup.
Ah, up and in,
Here's a
got
high
me.
fly ball out to center.
Jam shot.
Edman in
My PCI was
position.
there, but
And he makes the catch. And there's one
I'm gonna
down.
go 1 for 5, 1 for 4. I think it's 1 for 5 for the home run.
Number 38 played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win. Just one hit,
One
but
of
it
4,
did
okay.
leave the yard. He can
2 of 8 in the series. I'm only getting 1 hit per game, which not really gonna do much any good.
So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman. 1 run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. Loud pulls that one down, and that's the third out. One left for the Cubs. No outs. Runner on second. Fouled off. He was late. Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And a big swing and a miss. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And down on strikes. 1 away.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Number 38 now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching it.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And that one's gone into the
Let's go.
bleachers.
Another home run. I guess upgrading your power.
His second home run of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 5-2.
Basically, a home
Chris
run
has
or bust.
homered in back-to-back games now.
Wasn't
Yep,
exactly
seeing
how
the
I
ball
like to
well,
build
and
my
he's got his
players, but
timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Sometimes a pitcher just has to tip his...
On the ground, could be 2.
This will be a huge double play.
To second, that's 1. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman. He's already homered here in this one.
Carl Edwards Jr. I heard that.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he
I
just
hate
doesn't
seeing
seem
that. 132
comfortable out
batting
there.
average
Like he
running
can
towards this
find
one.
the right mechanics and then repeat them.
I mean, I'm going
2
1 for 4.
on, 1 out. That's the third.
Get hit there, but
Jumps,
out.
throws to
Safe.
first,
Let's
and
go.
he beats it.
I
Everyone's
didn't
safe.
complete the count.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give a full sprint through the base, regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Ball 4, he's walked in a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there, and now forces home a run with the wall. His setting's definitely getting away from him.
Well, I just
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit. Home run is in. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. And it's now a 6-run lead. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought? In
That's what
time
they talk
to
about
push.
is the pitch clock.
1 up, 1 down.
It's just like most
So now
rules,
it's
like,
the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole.
you know, it's been
He's
what,
already
two
homered in
or
this
3
game.
years now we've had the pitch clock, and not really really any issues, right?
Yeah,
Once,
first off,
once the pitchers got
Rangers
used to it, once the
fouled
hitters got used to it, really don't see a ton of issues with it. Any at all. I mean, obviously the games were shorter, which was the point. I think the intended purpose of it worked. I think everything that they wanted to happen with pitch clock worked. It's working as intended. So I think the next evolution of MLB is going to be the challenging balls and strikes, which we saw in spring training. I think we see that next year. It doesn't appear this year we're going to see it. But it looks like next year we should see it in the big league. He's going to be out. Oh, he's safe. Wow. Can't believe that. But yeah. But it's good to see Major League Baseball adapting with the times, right? We need to adapt with the times. Like, they just haven't done that in previous years, in decades even. Like they just haven't. They just kept the game as is and called it a day. But you got to continue to grow. Look at the NBA. Look at the NFL growing. You know, they're going into other countries with all their international games. You know, MLB has some international games too, but
3 runs on 3.
You know, it is what it is. But you gotta expand with the times. You gotta continue to grow.
Was a big contributor for them in the win.
You know, they got involved with streaming services recently in the last couple of years. Or with I'm sorry, Peacock. No, not Peacock. Apple TV Plus. That's what it was. Which I hate, but it's, you know, whatever. Oh, I got hits in 3 straight at bats. 3 straight innings. And what do we? After this year, you know, we don't know where they're gonna go. ESPN out on MLB, so. Are we going to see MLB go to YouTube TV? I don't know what the other options are. Peacock. Probably not Peacock, but... Actually, I think Peacock's getting NBA, yeah. We will see. They could re-sign with ESPN, too. I think that's... People don't really see that as an option. I think that is an option where they could just re-sign with ESPN. Baseball, or MLB. Yes, your coverage is not going to be great on ESPN. They don't talk baseball because it doesn't make the money. They make more money talking about the off season in the NFL than in season MLB. That's when you should understand that there's a problem, right? You should understand that your product is not doing very good enough. If one of the biggest sports networks, I think they're probably the biggest, but I'd say one of the biggest sports networks doesn't talk baseball because the offseason in the NFL gets more views, or the NBA playoffs, which whatever, but it's crazy.
Ground ball right side, and that one handled. The throw to first.
Like the NFL has a daily show, the NBA has a daily show, the MLB does not have a daily show on ESPN at all, even close to it. They do baseball tonight on Sunday nights before the game, but I don't think they do it regularly.
On the ground, out to
they used
short.
to. I used to watch it. But they don't anymore. You know, will Google get involved? Will Netflix get involved? You know, they've been involved in some live sporting events recently. It sucks having to pay for all these subscription services. I don't like it. I'll be honest. I'd rather it stay on ESPN, but that's because I have cable. So I'd rather just have it stay on cable. It won't go to it if it doesn't resign with if they don't resign with ESPN, they'll go. It'll be digital. It won't be another digital. It won't be like TNT. Well, TNT already has, or TBS already has a sponsorship with ESPN or with baseball. Sorry, for Tuesday night baseball.
Zips it across, and that is that.
I don't know.
Go ahead run is at third.
Fox already has, you know, a package with baseball, so they're not gonna do anything different. I don't think they get that package too. So we're gonna go.
And stops things from getting out of hand. So they even it up here as we. One down. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. Now the 0-1. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases.
I mean, I watched the Cubs on Marquee, fortunately. So I'm fine regardless. But this guy, there's only a couple of. There's actually only one streaming service that has the Cubs. Marquee Sports Network.
I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole. He's got some power, no doubt.
He hasn't played like a rookie this year, that's for sure. I questioned if his power would translate right away, but he's been blasting home runs since he got here.
Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's nothing to one.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And a foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. 2 outs, runner at first. Next to hit, Heston Kjerstad. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And that will end the inning. So 1 hit.
Now batting, number 38.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And first offering is fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Holiday makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cubs, but they hold a 1-0. So 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. 0-2 now. To the right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and that is the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors. Back now at Oriole Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. So up now for Chicago, number 38. In the air, out towards right center. Kjerstad sizing this one up, hauls it in, and there's 1 away. So 1 out, nobody on. Kobe Mayo digs in now. Up the middle, and that one handled. Fires to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss.
0-2. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 0-2. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. Fires to the plate. And he's in there as a run scores on the play.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Real Muto, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Next offering is downstairs.
Why am I watching every pitch, by the way? What's going on here?
Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Why am I standing through every pitch? Normally it just goes to the pitch where they either do something or don't.
And they're all loaded up.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
There we go. See, it's 3-2.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. He goes down looking.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back.
Dives, and he can't hang on.
Get that Swanson.
Flipped
Oh,
to the pitcher,
wow,
is in
that's
time.
He's
And
not the
they
slowest
do
guy
get
out there either, so he's probably 1-2 now. I gotta
number
hit at least.
38. Could have done more in this game despite the
come
win.
on.
Had a single and an RBI.
One for 8 in the series. Maybe I'm just gonna bat like 230. I mean, I guess that's serviceable in this day and age. It's probably about average in the. I lead the team in homers. Holy
Standing
smokes.
in is the power hitting
Is that what
second
that said?
baseman.
That's what that said. Holy smokes.
Horner on the go.
Ah, that was a pitch I had
First
to swing
offering
on.
is fouled off.
It was too. I was too
Horner,
early.
the runner at
Had to swing
first
at
with
that.
2 gone.
Ooh.
Fought off foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball still 0-2. Swing and a chopper out to short. Off balance throw in time. And that is that. Cubs leave one. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Kobe Mayo. Runner at second. Nobody out. And he grounds one to the right side. And that chance handled. Throws to first. That's one out the bottom of the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
On the ground, 2 ball. To second, there's one. Over to first, but he beats it.
You know, from an outfielder's perspective, that right center field power alley can be tough to play, but the odd angles in left center field aren't much easier. Definitely an interesting layout.
First and second, 2 down. Line drive, and that's a
There we
base
go.
hit out of the left
That's a
center
double.
field. Coming
Let's go.
home.
Over
He
that.
will
Don't throw me
score.
out.
Cut off, throw to second.
RBI
Not
double.
in
Why didn't he go
time.
home
He's
from-
safe.
Couldn't have timed it
He
up
should've
any
went
better
home.
than that. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
On the ground, right side, Holiday. Sends it to first.
We're
They
down
limit
6-1.
the damage here. Bottom of the 6th. Now here's the Orioles DH, Kobe Mayo. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1.
The right fielder, number 13.
First and second, no outs. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And there's a foul ball.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Traffic on the bases with one already in, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one not close, and that's ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Center field, Kowser under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with 1 away.
Number 38 had a decent showing in the loss.
He's going to be a driver for their offense and change losses like this one to wins.
Hoping for play vision. That's the only thing you're hoping for there. We didn't get it. I hate it here. I don't need the winning autos, do we? No. Crap. So let's do this. Yeah, I don't like the mini games. I don't want to do the mini games, so I just do the autos. We got 22. We're going for speed. What does it cost? 10. Oh my god. Oops, I accidentally went back. My power's at 75 and 76. My contact I could work on. Otherwise, oh, how much is plate vision? 12. Holy smokes. God. These cost 4. And they cost 7. We'll do that. That's fine. Let's have the 77 overall. That's nice. Get my contact up. Yeah, you can see I haven't touched fielding or arm accuracy. Only thing I've done here is speed. Looks like I messed with stealing for a second. Or I put it up to 44, but what perks? I haven't done anything with the perks really. Let's open this package, I guess. Never get anything good out of here. I really don't need much anyway out of these, unless I get a diamond. Yeah. Alright, well, come back in the next one and we'll keep working towards the end of the season. The All-Star break is coming up. Thanks for watching.